Good evening, Blues, and welcome back to Dockside Live, our matchday show live here from Hill Dickinson Stadium. Now, after a disappointing result on Saturday, the Blues have the chance to turn things around quickly as we are back in action tonight against Bournemouth. As ever, you can catch all of our pre-match build-up right here on our digital channels, and those of you who are members can also access our live audio commentary, our half-time analysis and full-time reaction. And I'm pleased to say that I'm once again joined by Tony Hibbert. How are you doing today, Tony?
Good, thank you.
You weren't quite our good luck charm on Saturday, but hoping for something different today.
I'm hoping so, yeah. I thought I was, because most means probably have got a few games now and we've got some decent results, but obviously a disappointing performance, but this is football.
What are your thoughts ahead of today? Because it is a tricky place for us to go, and this is a team who have shown a lot of promise this season, haven't they?
Yeah, they're a good team. Form at the moment is probably not what it should be for them. Similar to us, really. We've picked wins up, we're doing all right, we're playing all right, but obviously performance at the last game wasn't nowhere near what our standards is. But yeah, we've not got the best results down there, but it'll be a tricky game for us, it will be.
You can say that sort of similar thing about a lot of teams at the moment, can't you? Between sort of, well, almost third place down to about maybe 16th or so. There's a lot of teams that you feel you can pick up points against, but then they'll be feeling the same against us too. Yeah,
definitely. It's a strange season, so close. To be honest, every game now you need to be picking something up just to try and pull away, just to try and get away from certain areas. But yeah, it's a weird season for the teams.
What do you think that does to the players, knowing that sort of any game they go into could mean a big move up the table, but equally could mean you're dropping 3 or 4 places?
It doesn't really much play on the minds. It's just concentrate on a game as it comes. You go into games wanting to win. That's the most important thing. The mentality is win 3 points. You've got to be realistic in some games when you go to the big clubs or where teams are really on form. You think, will you take a point? But it's one of them that it's just, it doesn't really come into your mind. You just either win or you would take a draw really at certain points.
We mentioned that this is a tricky place for us to go to. We haven't had a great record there, but we were saying the exact same thing about going to Old Trafford and we picked up 3 points there. Do you think that can play in the players' minds and say, well, we beat that record previously, why can't we go to somewhere like this and get 3 points?
Yeah, it's the confidence, knowing that they can do that. I was full of confidence the last game here and we've seen what happened, so it's just a bit strange and just, I don't know, to be honest. It's one of them things. Football is strange and crazy sometimes. But I'm hoping the lads know how it was and how they felt the last game here. And obviously we all know what they done at Old Trafford. But we can't just keep on going out to Old Trafford and obviously picking up the 3 points and down to 10 men. That's gone now. That's gone. That's history. So we've got to get back to a winning mentality. No disrespect to Bournemouth, but we need to be picking points up against these, home or away. Doesn't matter. We need the points. Now, yeah, I think most importantly, we do. I would take a draw, I would take a point, just to get into that motion of picking points up again. I don't want to be in a rut of whereas we've lost and that's it, another loss and another loss. I don't want that to happen. I just want it to get on as a momentum and get the confidence really back in the lads again. Short on numbers, but this is football.
And our away form hasn't been bad either, especially under David Moyes. So can they take some confidence from that going forward as well? Yeah,
definitely. I think every win, home or away, you take confidence from it. You take positives from every game, really. So yeah, I think they'll feel comfortable. There's a few changes, but I don't think that'll affect them at all. I think they've got the strength where they need it. The squad's looking okay. Yeah, we can obviously want our players to be back and the ones to get fit as quick as possible. But like I said, this is football and anything can happen and you've got to have a squad to deal with it.
Well, you mentioned a few changes. Let's just run through the team again because there's been one forced change. So Pickford in goal, of course. Garner back at right back. O'Brien has to move into centre back with Tarkowski as Keane is out. Mikolenko at left back. And then we've got Irabunum, Dewsbury Hall and Alcaraz in the midfield with Njai, Grealish and Barry. So only one change technically in terms of Michael Keane having to go out, but that means quite a bit of a shift amongst the team, doesn't it? What are you sort of expecting from this team and those changes?
It's the same as what I expect from every side he puts out. It's just that play the Everton. David Moyes will have his set way how he wants to deal with this game. The players will know that. They'll be told in the training, so they'll know the game plan is. They'll know exactly what they need to do. Players come in, it doesn't affect it really. They'll know because they're training all the same. They're all together. He'll know this a few days before really. I'm surprised Michael Keane, I'm surprised he's in, obviously he must be injured or something. It was a shock. I just didn't expect that one bit. Yeah. So he must have done it in training, or he's picked something up from here and he hasn't recovered from it. But yeah, it's a squad game now. The football is a squad game, so no matter comes in, they've got to deal with it and they've got to put a performance in.
It is a shame that, because we've spoken about Keane quite a lot and how great he's been this season at centre-back, but it does give a chance for O'Brien to take up his position and the position he wants to play really, which is centre-back rather than right-back, which he's had to play. So a chance for him to show what he can do, right? Yeah,
obviously back in his position that he wants to play in. I think that's his number one position. He helps us out massively at right-back, and that's the problem really, he's helping us out. But yeah, it'd be nice to see him there. Hopefully he does well. I've got no question over him being back into like a centre-half. So yeah, I think it'd be a strong back two, to be honest. And hopefully James will have another good right back. He plays there quite a bit now, so it'd be nothing new to him and he'll fit straight back in.
Well, speaking of the changes, we can now hear from David Moyes and what he had to say about tonight's team selection.
Well, David, we'll start with your team, and that Michael Keane is absent. What's the status there?
He had a little bit of an injury going into the Newcastle game actually, and played, but unfortunately couldn't make this one. So yeah, a little bit of a change.
Any sense of timescale there at all?
No, we don't know. We hope that he might be quite quick. So we'll need to see. He played with it against Newcastle, but we didn't think he could do it in this game.
I suppose it's the last thing you needed with all the injuries, suspensions you're having to deal with. Just take us inside how it is at the moment, trying to find that balance between your back line and your midfield as well.
Yeah, I think we've got some like 4 defenders out and 4 midfield players out at the moment. It's really difficult. But look, it's the way it is in the Premier League. You know, lots of games, and we've not even got European football at the moment. But this was one of the midweek fixtures, and it's just made it a little bit difficult for us.
You'll be looking for a reaction today after the weekend's defeat. You got one after that previous reaction at home, 7 points in 9. When you look at that period of games, what was key that you'll be looking for again today?
Well, I think that we've been doing a lot of good things. We're not the real thing all the time, and we have to try and make sure that we do the things that we're good at well. I think that our resilience and defending well is always going to be probably most important, that we don't concede any goals. When we conceded very early in the game the other day, which made it really difficult to get ourselves back into it. So we've got to try and be a lot more solid, don't concede, and it'll give us a chance of winning.
And Bournemouth, like yourselves, looking for a reaction. How do you see the challenge against them tonight?
Well, they'll be thinking the same, won't they? They've got their own reasons why they need to win the game as well. Bournemouth have been doing very well, as everybody would tell you. So tough game coming here, but look, we're here. We'll give it a go. Hopefully, we can get 3 points.
Good luck. Thanks for your time.
David Moyes mentioning there that it's around 4 defenders and 4 midfielders out. This sort of tends to happen when you get to this part of the season. As a player, what do you have to do going on that pitch, knowing that you have to really step up?
It's just normal as a player. You're there for years playing, you understand the way football is, you're going to get injuries, that's just the nature of it. So to be honest, you just got to deal with it. You'll look at your squad, you know what you're training with every day out. So you know the capabilities of your teammates, so it doesn't bother you really, knowing that there's certain players out. You just got to get on with it. It's just normal now. It just doesn't do anything really.
If we focus in on that midfield, because we spoke last game about how it was the cause of some of the problems that we were facing, not just them, but as part of how we were playing. Lots of changes to that midfield now. James Garner's had to go at right back due to the forces and changes in centre back. So then you've got Tim sort of having to play deeper than he might like, Dewsbury Hall having to play a bit deeper, and then Alcaraz as well. But having said that, that's a real chance for all those 3 players to kind of show what they can do versatility-wise.
They've got to, yeah. They've got to show. They've got to show. If they want to be in the starting 11, they've got to show when they get the chance. They should be doing it more often. When they come on, when we see it, you need players to have an impact. That's just nature of football. Having a squad, you'll always have your starting 11, but the subs or the squad, what it is now rotates a lot. The managers will change it quite a lot, and you've got to be ready. You've got to want to make an impact as soon as you get your chance.
Okay, well, we'll discuss the team news in a bit more detail soon, but I think it's fair to say that we have started to settle into our new stadium, but of course we cannot forget the memories of Goodison Park. So the club have put together a little documentary looking back at some of the best memories, including that last day against Southampton. Sit back and take in those scenes again.
Right, in with that. Little kangaroo, innit?
Right, silly lads. Let's keep on moving,
I can't thank the fans enough. I can't thank the fans that are not going to be there, the players that are not going to be there, the people that are not with us, that played a massive part in the history of Everton Football Club. Today will be a celebration and it'll be great for everyone to embrace it, and I'm just happy to be a little speck in the history.
Going back to, you know, moving over here first and making my home debut here, my first game at Goodison Park against Tottenham Hotspur, for me will always be a special memory. That's all I wanted to do, is play for this football club.
What a brilliant and emotional day that was, and you can catch all 3 episodes on our YouTube channel, which includes some great interviews with some big names, both past and present. Now Tony, you were part of that last day. What was it like for you?
Well, special memories. It's really, obviously, the memories I have from there as a child and playing there, yeah, you'll never forget them. They're good times.
Are there any particular Goodison memories that stand out for you when you look back?
Most importantly, the derby wins. We've had derby wins there. When I first made my home appearance. Yeah, just stuff like that stick out. Obviously, I brought my family and my friends were all there. But it was nice. It's just something that I've geared myself up to since I was a child. Obviously, being at Everton, that's all you want to do. So obviously, a dream come true, and to be there a part of Goodison was special.
As a boyhood blue, are you able to actually take moments like that in, like your first appearance at Goodison? Does it feel as special as you imagined, or do you just have to be professional and get on to the next moment?
It's hard because it's what you just know, because you're surrounded with it. It doesn't really affect you. It's just a build up to games, and what I'm missing, your family talking about games and the lead up to it, especially derbies. It's like a week, 2 weeks before when you're getting told about it in the city, and all your mates are talking about it, your family's talking about it. So being local, it is a lot more harder. But yeah, it's just one of them things that after a while it becomes a bit numb. But it's just the roar and being at Goodison, you'll never ever forget that, never.
Well, a very big part of that last day was Iliman and Jai, and him and Jack Grealish, I think it's fair to say, are Everton fan favourites at the moment. So it's only right that we sent them to our under-8s training session at Finch Farm. This is what they got up to.
You just hit our captain Tarkowski on the head. Look, Illy, I just showed him how it's done. There, like that. How is he? How's your dad? Say to him, say, I seen Jack today and he was asking for you. See you later, mate, alright?
Some lovely scenes there from the Everton under-8s. I mean, the academy is still a very special academy, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously the players want to come through. Everton's academy's always been unbelievable. The players, like I said, that come through, the community, what's there. It's just right. It feels good growing up through it and being through and seeing it. It is a special place with like the academy, and like I said, the number of players what I've seen not come through and come through, it's frightening, to be honest.
You've mentioned before about like the competitive nature at the academy, but it's not just the Everton Academy, it's the area as well and who you're competing with, because some big academies in the northwest, of course. What was that like, having to go up against so many different incredible talents?
To be honest, we were probably the better team, so it was quite easy for us. It's one of them things. It's through the years and the different age groups, you'll always find out like who have got the better side. It's never always one team who's got it like the better side. It was when I was growing up, we were quite good. My year, the year above, were good. We had some unbelievable players, so it wasn't anything different. It was just like playing football again with your mates through Everton, and that's what it was. It was just like a big family of friends. That's all it felt like as the academy. Every year you went through, it just felt normal, to be honest.
And it's really nice seeing Jack and Iliman there as well, two fan favourites, as I mentioned. It's nice to see characters sort of build that fan love, isn't it? Iliman in particular over the last few seasons. Yeah,
it's good for the kids to come up and see the first teamers. That's massive. When you're young, that's massive, being around the first team and seeing what they do and interact with them. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's just nice. It's just obviously giving back to the community. It's nice as well. So I think obviously nowadays the lads are doing a lot more of it, which it's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's something you've got to do. As a football now, the game's change and obviously the demands from you is getting bigger. So it's just one of them things where it's just on you and you got to do it.
And those two players, Iliman and Jack, what are you hoping to see from them today?
Same as I always want to get on the ball. They obviously keep the tidy, keep the ball for us. They probably will be our players today, I think, who've got the bit more, who can create a lot more stuff for us, obviously, but I think they will be the ones who will stick out for us. We need to get the ball to them as much as we can to cause problems. It's one of them games today, but it's got to be quite tight. I think we need a clean sheet. We can't concede at all, and hopefully the players like them, Jack will create something for us.
Well, another bright spark has, of course, been Drewsbury Hall. 2 goals in his last 2 games, and we can hear it from him now.
Well, Kiernan, it's good to see you in what has been a bit of a rollercoaster week, I suppose, with the highs of United and then a defeat at the weekend. So where would you say things are now coming into this one?
Yeah, spirits are high. Obviously, it was a disappointing game of the weekend, but good thing about tonight is that we haven't been able to put it behind us, and we've got another game in quick succession to try and get a good result. So yeah, like you said, it's a roller coaster week, but hopefully after tonight we can look back on it and say it's a positive one.
I suppose one thing that has remained consistent is your goal scoring form across the 2 games. Where do you feel your form is at the moment?
Yeah, I'm playing well. As you said, I'm managing to chip in with a couple of goals. Still feel like I can play better. There's a lot more to come. But I feel like the most important things, the team doing well. And I mean, if that means I'm going to chip up with a couple of goals, then so be it. But either way, I mean, I think if the team's doing well and I'm doing well, then happy days for everyone.
I suppose you've got two teams tonight, though, that are going to be looking for a reaction. So how do you see the challenge against Bournemouth?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. They're an intense team. I mean, like you said, they're probably looking for a result as well tonight. So both teams will be going at it, hopefully make it an exciting game for the people. But, I mean, we're confident we're going to come here and get a result. So, yeah, we'll try our best to do that.
3-3, yeah?
Fingers crossed. Let's see after the game.
All right, good luck.
Cheers.
It's good to hear from him that he's feeling confident. Is that something he just has to say, or do you feel that that's actually true?
Well, I think it's true. I think he's enjoying. If he's enjoying playing here, he'll be confident. He'll just want to play football. You can see on the pitch that he's enjoying it, and he's probably want to be being our better players. To be honest, he's chipped in the goals, which we need him to. So yeah, rightly so. He's confident. Yeah. He's
been one of our best signings, really, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
really shown himself.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, as I'm saying, we need them. We need them to chip in. We need them goals from all over the pitch, and obviously he has been a brilliant signing for us.
But today he's going to be asked to play a bit of a deeper role. We saw him start to do that in the last game anyway, but a little bit more pressure on him today. What are you hoping to see from that, and how he takes that challenge into his stride? Obviously,
he'll know what the manager's asked him to do. He'll know what the position that he needs to play. You probably won't see him get us forward as much, which is obviously his positioning. But he's still good on the ball. He'll control the ball for us, which maybe that's the way we need to play. We need to control the ball. We can't obviously keep possession and give it straight back to them. Obviously, we need the ball as much as possible and give it to our danger men, which are probably the wingers at the moment. So it's one of them. It doesn't. I don't think it will bother him. It doesn't bother me in different positions. I just know his quality, and if you've got quality like him, you can adapt anywhere really. You can just suit any team.
Against Newcastle, it seemed like our midfield was quite open, and that was a little bit worrying given Idrissa Gueye's out for a little while now, when you consider AFCON as well. But do you think maybe playing away will be able to, and also not having that choice of Idrissa Gueye, will mean that we'll just sort of sit back a little bit more, maybe soak up some pressure and then look to counter instead?
Maybe so. I don't think, like David Moyes, I don't think it won a basketball game. I don't think it would be going end to end. So I know how he is. Maybe the plan might be all wrong and different, and maybe we get that. But I would probably think to see that he wants, don't concede. So I think obviously we will sit behind the ball a lot more. But I would like us to hold the ball more and not try and go forward as quick as possible. We've got the players to do that. We've got the players to keep the ball and keep possession, and probably hit them at the right time. So I think they need to concentrate and pick and choose when the right moment is to go. So yeah, it's one of them. It's how it is. We're there. They'll have a plan, and they've got to more or less do what the manager says and execute it.
You know, in the last game, we actually spoke about how our possession was a bit better than usual. Of course, the result didn't reflect that, but we had moments of some quite nice bits of play. So it shows that as a team, we can perform like that.
We have. I've said it for a long time with us. I like the way we're playing. Once we get on the ball, we are putting teams under pressure. We're playing some unbelievable football. We're on the front foot. We're winning the second balls. It has been unbelievable. So it's not a performance-wise. I just think sometimes defensively as a unit, it could look like that we are weak. It's something obviously the manager will work on. He'll tell the players exactly what he wants. So hopefully now, obviously, with today's team, that they know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, we can see the tunnel shots here, and just a reminder as well that the rest of Dockside Live is available to Forever Blue Plus premium and season ticket members, as well as subscribers to Everton TV Plus. So if you're not signed up yet, you can do so now. You just go to evertonfc.com/foreverblue/membership. And now today, looking ahead, what are you hoping to see from us as a whole, given what our performance was on Saturday?
I'd like to see a reaction, but then if someone said you'll have a 1-0 win, I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take that. So it's hard being as a fan and being here and talking about how you expect. And as a player, you would take a horrible little 1-0 win. You would take them when coming from what happened on the weekend. So yeah, I would want to see reaction. I want to see the mentality from the players and see really can they dig deep and pull a performance out from last weekend. But I would take a 1-0 win, easy.
We speak about Saturday, but at the same time, you know, despite the result, it could have been 4-3, 4-4. We had moments, didn't we, in the second half? Alcaraz hitting the bar, a Barry goal disallowed. So we've got those chances in us if we convert them.
Yeah, obviously the first half, we don't think we had a shot on target. So I think if we have a bit more conversion rate in a way of making the keeper work a bit more, who knows, we'll see. Yeah, we had, like you said, we had them chances. But you're going down 1-0 within even a minute. So first, I think you've got to stop teams scoring first and then concentrate. We've got the players, we've got the type of players what can destroy teams. So I think as a defensive unit, that's priority at the moment, I think, especially in this game anyway.
Another start for Barry as well. He got the ball in the goal, but didn't count this time. Surely we're getting closer and closer now.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I think as soon as he gets one, I think that's it. I think it'll be a weight off his shoulders. I think he'll just be confident. As you see in the celebration, obviously it didn't come at end of it, but I think he just needs that goal. I think somehow, somewhere we've got to get him that goal, and it will come. I just think it will come. Might come off him. And it's just one of them things. But yeah, it's just one of them. We do need of them to pitch in and try and get a goal. But it's one of them things where you're just scratching your head. Yeah.
Okay, well, it is now time to hand you over to our commentary team for today's game.